New location for Bella. 6 months old. We're doing this off leash. You see the long line dragging for safety, but we're not using it. Learning lots. So she's learning every time she creates a gap how to fix it. Oh my gosh. She wouldn't down for us for the longest time, and now she's offering it to try to get out of walking. She's like, maybe if I do that thing that they tried to get me to do, I don't have to walk.
Why doesn't she want to walk?
She doesn't want to walk because it's not on her terms. She doesn't want to walk because you're asking her to stay and heel.
Yeah, so it's an exercise of leadership,
Yep.
which means she has to be follower.
Yes, that's right.
And she came here because she wasn't.
Absolutely. She wanted to hang on to control, which is why her owner said they had standoffs.
Yep.
So she says, well, I'm not going to walk. This isn't very fun if I have to stay behind you. What she doesn't know yet is that she will be rewarded with tons of free time that she couldn't have prior to training because she couldn't be off leash.
Oh yeah, life gets so much better.
Yes. She's still learning. Look at that. She's doing awesome, by the way. This is all normal.
Oh yeah, this is all normal. Now, but what's cool, if you go back on that video there, this is what I love about this way of doing it, okay? We all know it's about attitude, right? We all know the dogs. We talked about this all over again. Most of the dogs know what you're saying, right? Now, she says, I don't want to come towards you. I'll go that way. Now, if I was doing it with a traditional leash, or in maybe even no knowledge, I'm going to have to kind of like come towards her and, you know, my body movements and stuff and play that game. This is what makes this interesting. She goes that way.
I go that way. Yep.
She slows down.
You
I speed up. Right?
Yep.
So she has to close the gap. So the more she says, I don't want to close the gap, I get further away, which means the stim's going to be on longer, right? And I get to go up higher in intensity if she's not motivated, lower in intensity if I need to, but it'll turn off when she gets here, right? That's during the training.
Genius.
Post-training, when she goes home, that's not what the owners will be doing. It's much more simple. But during the teaching process and dealing with the attitude and stuff, the dog is allowed in this program to say, screw you, I'm going that way. They're allowed to. I'm not holding them here. There will be an aversive on the e-collar. They already know the recall, so they can come back whenever they're ready, and then we'll start the lesson. And then they say, I don't want to be here, I'll go that way. They go that way, I go this way, right? And then they end up committing with you, and you say, good, very nice. And they're with you, and then I'll teach you a little lesson here about where to be. Okay, so look how good they look. This is why she looks good, and the anxiety goes down, and the dogs feel more confident. Is because they tried their ideas, and they didn't work out, and they tried yours, and they did. But the important thing is they tried theirs. They can't really try theirs on a leash, right? They know that the leash is what's holding them, so they're just frustrated. And then if we allow them to be frustrated, that becomes the association to, you know, the dog over there, and then, you know, so, and then that leads to barking and stuff, and then the dog becomes a wreck. So the beauty of this is that we have the e-collar. We don't need the leash to give an aversive. The dog understands to close the gap with the recall. So now it's just choices, and they understand they're making choices. And you can see, if you really watch, you'll see me say something and see her do something, and then me react to that, and then her react to that. So there's a back and forth. When she's listening, she notices it's very smooth. And I'm saying good. And we're just we're doing something together now, right? They definitely feel like they feel proud afterwards because they know they did something. Wow, I did something there. We moved together. That was kind of cool. We were like a unit. We haven't been a unit before, right? So good. But the dog naturally doesn't want to give up control, right? She's not unique in that manner. Most every dog doesn't want to. They make you earn it, right? Like the owner said, they had a standoff and stuff. So those were those moments where you earn it. And then if we don't earn it, then they say, well, you're not competent enough to lead, so I won't follow you. Yeah. And nature's way of making sure they don't follow false leaders, if you will. They'll follow the one that they think, oh, this one is competent, I'll follow that one. And that's for survival, really, but that's just how they're wired. So it's not like it's because I don't love you or whatever. It's just because I'm wired for you to earn it. Mm-hmm. So this style allows that type of conversation to happen. We're not avoiding the hierarchical conversations. We're going right through them as we train. We're talking right about them. It's always about that because that's really what it's always about. Most of these dogs already know what you're saying. Yes, they don't know exactly with the heel and stuff, but they know to come here, and they know that you're saying to stay, and they know that you're saying to get in the kennel and get on the, they understand, you know. That's why we love them, because we can communicate like that. All right, so look at how good she's doing. She's submitted to following. she's in that mindset where she says, I'm gonna follow. This is what I call beauty right here. And then when I release her and we can play, that's cool. We can play, you can run around. As soon as I recall you again, it's back to that kind of state of mind. We're gonna be working, you're gonna be following kind of thing, okay? Bella, break. Good deal. That was freaking amazing. That was amazing. She's like, I did the thing.
Yeah, she's
right?
so
She's
proud.
like, oh, I'm doing, this is my job is to, you know, when he says stay, just chill. Good, good, good. So we'll get the best of both worlds here. We'll be able to be off leash and stuff. We'll be able to bring our dog all over the place, get all that freedom, but we'll also have control, okay? And we need it. And that's what allows us the freedom of letting her off leash, and boy, do they love it. Man, when they realize that they can be off leash as long as they listen and they understand the rules, you just see a much more relaxed, happy dog. Good, good. And now when we're having that standoff, we won't have to have a 15-minute standoff. You'll see her say, I'm not coming with you, and then you can just correct and ask again. And then you'll be like, whoa, that worked.
Yep.
And she'll be like, whoa, that worked. And then we'll stop having those conversations, you know what I mean? They'll be very
She looks so
few
good.
and far between. Good. Yeah, she's being so perfect, you know, with the mind here. But let's go back to the walk, because that's the thing that obviously she doesn't want to do. Like you said, she didn't want to down, but now that I'm saying walk with me, she's like, I'll down, right? But if I started doing the down, maybe she'd want to walk. It's just,
look at her.
you know, good deal. But it allows us to work on the main thing. Yes, she's learning heel, but also she's learning the main thing is listening even when I don't want to. What are you doing? What are you doing, beauty? And how beautiful of a dog. She looks like a small Rottweiler with blue eyes. Right? Okay, honey, let's go. That's my girl. And when I talk about a good girl, look, much more committed this time. Good deal. Nice work. Come on, let's go. That's right, me and you, baby. We're gonna go somewhere together. Come on. Good. Come on now. Good deal. I love that.
Nice work.